It feels scary to consider going into therapy. Please know this. I went into therapy in my 20s, and only because I felt so stuck and lost and I was out of better ideas. I definitely didn't like much about myself. I felt out of control. I was very ashamed of going into therapy. And most of all, I was terrified of going in and telling a stranger about myself because I was secretly convinced I was one of the worst human beings alive. And I felt pretty confident that she would either tell me so, or at least she would think it, and then she would write it down in her little therapy book just as soon as she found out. Luckily, I found a good therapist, thank goodness. 25 years later, I kind of appreciate that I reached that place. It made me understand, reaching that place made me understand how tangled and hurt we can get as human beings. It taught me inch by inch how to find courage, how to cope with pain. And most relevantly for your purposes, it taught me a lot about how to help other people feel better, live better. And that's how it is. Your pain, when you get to grips with it, becomes your power. Your pain becomes the thing that is your power when you get to grips with it. It becomes the thing that roots you into the world. It helps you understand other human beings. It helps you stay humble, stops you being an asshole. It forces you to grow and develop in the areas that need work. Over the years, I've helped hundreds of people find courage to face these hardest challenges together. And that's people at any age, people in their 20s, people in their 90s, people at the end of their lives, people in every stage in between. And like me, they've discovered that contrary to our worst fears, to the things that our gremlins tell us at 2 a.m. when we're struggling to sleep with all the crap that's going on in our heads, you definitely don't have to stay stuck. Don't get me wrong, it will be a faff. It is hard work, sorry, in the sense that some of the quick fixes you've probably been using to solve your problems will turn out to be the exact things that might be keeping your problems going. So it is hard work to learn different responses. It's going to require effort. And I'm not going to lie to you. And, them's the shakes, my friend. However, the amazing thing is that hard work turns out to be the most important work that you may ever do in your life. Your friendships, your relationships, your work, everything, that nagging but quietly horrible sense that everyone else is living a better life than you, that sense. The beautiful thing is when you get to work on this, when you work, you can change that. So the stakes are high. There's a lot to gain. In therapy, I walk alongside you in your unique process of turning towards life, building your confidence, walking alongside together to discover that although tackling problems is hard and it's effortful, it is also endlessly surprising, joyful, sometimes hilarious, and always illuminating.